Keep that vibe. Rubber side down.
You alright, ladies and gents, how's it going? Today I am off to go and do something rather exciting. I'm off to Brands Hatch to ride the GP circuit on my awesome brand new 765R, and I'm pretty excited about it. So Brands Hatch GP circuit is about 2.5 miles long, just shy of that, and because I've not done one for many years and I'm on a new bike to myself, I've done the sensible thing and booked myself into Novice group. So top tip, if you're going to do a track day, fill up with fuel before you get there. And here we are, Brands Hatch. Is it this one? Yeah, this one will do. Hello Brands Hatch, you dirty big snatch. You alright mate, how's it going? Not too bad, Tar. There's room for a little one. Oh, I was staying around a friend's house, so it was only around the corner. Made it easier. I mean, I got a decent kip and didn't have to get up too early. Okay, so sign-in is at about 7:30 this morning, and we've also got noise testing to do, which will be done down there, and then there'll be like a safety brief and all that sort of stuff explaining flags and processes. And once that's done, normally I think the fast group goes out, then intermediates, and then novice. So we've had a safety brief now, and I've done noise testing, so my bike's ready to go. I'm just prepaying for the photographs from Peter Wildman Photography. He always takes awesome photos, and I ain't going to pike you out and have a watermark across the images from it. So these will all be fantastically awesome resolution photographs to have as wallpapers and joyful stuff like that. Anyway, I've got to go and give you some money, and then I'll get ready for getting my session sorted. Anyway, so this is Peter Wildman Photography. Audio photos from him if ever you do a track day. He's fantastic. Okay, so this is my first track day in about 6 years at Brands Hatch. This is the first session, and we're just waiting in pit lane now for our chance to go out. We've got to do 3 sighting laps, which is a follow my leader with one of the No Limits guys up at front. Yeah, can't bloody wait. It's quite busy here today. It always is on the GP circuit, and that's why they do 4 groups. So yes, I'll tell you what, it's bloody hot. And I'm sweating my tits off already, and I haven't even moved yet. Black leathers, they're stupid. Let's go play! I don't know the names of all the corners, but this is Paddock Hill, and it's bloody marvellous. Bloody awesome indeed. As we come up the hill, braking point roughly at the bridge here, and then turning around Druids. Apparently it's best to stay wide to start with and then come in tight on a late apex, but I'm not sure on that. I'll have to get my head around that as we get to that point. There's Graham Hill, and then if we're on the Indy circuit, the only left hand corner, Graham Hill Bend, which is off camber and can be really tricky because your left hand side of your tyres is cooler than the right. Not really a problem on the track day because, well, I'm just not fast enough. And then from here on in, I'm not really sure on the names of the corners, but this one here, you turn in late on it and go out wide, much wider than you think. You've got loads of room to mess around here. And then up through the gearbox as we come along here, max chat as fast as you can, fast as you frigging well can. You always think you're going to knock your head off on the bridge here, but you don't. And then this one here is a good place to overtake because people don't have confidence that there's enough track for them to be able to go fast. I'm braking hard for this one. Slippery surface there. Gotta watch that. Don't know what that means. Don't know where that is. Oh, I might do that. This one here is a tricky one because it's a lot tighter than you imagine, and that kitty litter isn't very appealing. And this is a nice left-hander here. Dig in on the throttle. Under the bridge. and it's a panic break I'm out here. There's a couple of lines around this corner here, but I can't remember whether there's 2 lines on the full GP circuit or whether it's just on the Indy circuit where you've got the 2 lines. Max chat all the way along the start finish straight, and try not to outbrake yourself. Well, our first session was incredibly short. We only got 3 laps on that, which were exciting laps. I think because of that spill up on the far end of the circuit, they had to get that cleared up. Such is life, but it's a beautiful day, and I get to drink tea, watching motorbikes go around the racetrack. Can't ask for more than that, although I can't wait to get back out on there. I'm really looking forward to putting this bike through its paces. I'm just keeping myself hydrated and as cool as I can, because it is roasting today. Glorious stuff, glorious stuff. Anyhow, it's about to get noisy. There's a million bikes just all going past me at the moment. Looks like they're at the end of their session or called in or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, right, catch you in a bit. Right, session number 2. Let's try this, see if we get full 20 minutes. Right, we are out, and need to take it gently because we're on cold tyres again. Whoa, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. That second session we just had, we've done one lap on that, and then they've red flagged it because someone's shoved their bike in a hole in the ground. The safety briefing mentions warm your tyres up. Safety brief mentions take sighting laps. We just had an hour between the last session, and we only did 3 laps on the last session. No one is familiar with the circuit on the first lap of their second session after having only done 3 laps to start with. Now, with all the red flags that we've had so far, that's meant that we've got cement dust all over the circuit in different places, and every session we go out on there's new bits. Now, I believe that person got hurt because they've gone off in the ambulance, and yes, that's bad. I don't want to hear about anyone getting hurt on a track day. I've done it. It stings. You're right, ladies and gents. Right, we're back. This is first session after lunch. I'm still riding in road mode as opposed to sport, because all I've done so far today is sighting laps, not even very many of them. So yes, it's been an efficient day for fuel use and tyre wear. So I'm hoping everyone's going to calm down a little bit on this one and stop throwing their bikes down the track, and hopefully they'll all go home in one piece. I'm hoping. It would be really awesome to get a decent session. Obviously, I still haven't learned the track. I've had no track time, so it's all going to be something I'm just going to have to get my head around and take it slowly, softly, catchy monkey and all that sort of stuff. I don't want to be the person that is causing these guys to have reduced track time, and I really don't want any of them to fall off their bikes either. Looks like we got a green light. That was absolutely blinding last session. Lost audio literally as I pulled out the pits because I'm stupid and pulled on the audio cord, but it's all sorted now. So for this session I've put the bike into sport mode. I don't know whether it makes any difference really. I didn't notice the ABS or traction control kicking in at all on my last session, so it either means it's really good and you can't notice it, or I wasn't pushing hard enough. So it means that this bike's better than me, and I like that. So I think the main thing that I'll notice with the sport mode is a slightly better throttle response, and we're off. Clear. Okay, so let's get these tyres a chance to get some heat in them, and see if there's any new chalk marks like that one there. There's loads all over the place. People have still been throwing themselves all across the tarmac. This thing's got some beans, that's for sure. Oh, hello. Oh, we got a red flag. Oh well. First lap again. What do you know? It's down here. He's standing up. He's standing up. He's upright. So I'm hoping that this will be an intermission as opposed to an end. And we're off again. Short shift, hard, full throttle, out wide, and brake. I'm braking early. I know I'm braking early. Where's he going there? I don't want to push him, just wanted to get out of the way. There we go. That's my toe down, and knee, and foot peg. Brakes, hard brakes, hard brakes. Too much hard braking, and I do this here, as does most of the people on the track day. Just brake way too hard for that. I love this so much, so much. Tricky corner this one, just because of traffic mainly. See, he's just doesn't know what line he's taking, and again, just got to have patience with him. This is Novice group, remember, not his fault. Where you going, where you going, where you going? I'm going underneath. Short shift on there. Get the drive out the way. And brake. Pushy brake in here. Nice. Steady throttle through paddock. Oh, on the gas, and brake at the bridge. Not going to change down. Coast it, coast it, coast it. Don't go too wide. That's foot peg down. This one's dodgy, but not that dodgy. Stop. Quitting on accelerating there. Give it some gas, give it some gas. Stay wide, now cut in. There we go. No need down then, too slow. Should be able to hit top gear along here. Should be able to. No. No balls, no balls. Off the brakes, round the corner, round the corner. Ah, there we go. That was a bit faster. I'm slow on this bit. I know I'm slow on this bit, but there's so much crap on the track there. I just don't want to get my line wrong and end up in the wrong part of the track. I didn't change it down to lazy. You can use that to get past people, you can use it to catch up with people. I'm not changing down here, this is a third gear for me. Even though I'm in fourth, you twat! No wonder you've got no acceleration! Okay, braking. Let him turn in front. Go outside him. Can't change up. There we go. And that's the end of the session. Blinding! Absolutely awesome. Oh, Brands Hatch, you have reprieved yourself with the fiasco that was this morning. And that fiasco wasn't brought on by this wonderful circuit here. It was brought on by just unfortunate events and people throwing their pride and joys down the circuit instead of riding around it blinding day. I don't know if that's the last session, but it's quite possibly my last session. Although I've only done 2 sessions where I've been going at speedy pace, this thing takes it out of you. And I'm old, unfit, and this is my first track day in 6 years. So yes, I'll see how I feel once I've got off and hydrated, and I might pack up and skedoodle home. I don't want to, but I also don't want to be someone that ends up pushing my bike all the way back down to West Sussex. Where's he going? Whether that's my last session or not, that was bloody awesome. Oh, awesome stuff. See you later, guys. Unfortunately, I managed to unplug my microphone somehow within my jacket here, and I've lost all my audio from my outro. If any of this interests you, get onto the MSV or the No Limits website and go and check out the track days that are organised by them. MSV do novice only days, which are really good if you're brand new to the idea of track days. And No Limits, although they are incredibly novice friendly, they're also catered for the intermediate, faster groups and the racers too. In my opinion, No Limits are the best track day organiser in the UK, and they're the only ones I trust when it comes to spending my money. I had bad luck with this one. There was a few people that wanted to throw their bikes down the track, and that meant that I got a little less track time than I would have ideally had I had my perfect day. But it's not the end of the world. I'm hoping that none of them are seriously hurt. I think there was at least 2 people that ended up in hospital. Let's keep our fingers crossed that they're not too badly hurt, and I wish them a speedy recovery if they've got anything that's a little bit longer term. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a little thumbs down. It's all good, I'm all fine with that. Whatever you do, please drop in a comment. Let me know what it was that you liked and what it was that you didn't. And also, if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. I don't just do track days, I do castle visits, I do just general motor vlogs and shenanigans. My channel's quite varied for a bloke on a motorbike, so stick around. You might like some of the stuff I do. I do hope you enjoyed this, and I do hope it possibly helped inspire you to pluck up the courage to go and sign up to a track day near you. Anyway, ride safe, take care, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Keep that bike rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.